Here, my interest here is that of life. That, a Hindu has a right to life, a Christian has a right to life, and the law should treat all of those in an equal status. I have an interest of humans in our country who are in the womb, who the law actually gives prejudice against in preserving their life and giving laws and means in which that life can be terminated against that child's will. So I wonder how you can justify in the law how a human can have a right violated and taken against him, when our Constitution explicitly tells us this is that child's right as it is my right.
I'll just make one comment. One of my law school professors, Lawrence Tribe, actually, I wish I could recall the exact phrase, but he referred to abortion as being, the impossible problem. It is a problem that we can never agree upon. And I think that's, but what is buried in that statement is an understanding that there are legitimate viewpoints on both sides. But the starting point kind of dictates where you end up on the issue. And somehow, as I alluded to earlier, somehow in this society, we've learned to come together, make things work, and work our way through these problems. And I think this is probably one of those, where the reality is we're not all going to agree. I'm sure that if we took a poll here, there'd be some really strong feelings on both sides of that view. And some of those are religion-based, going both ways. And I think what we have to do is learn to accept that our view of the Constitution, our view of the laws, are going to be dictated largely by our starting point of that discussion. And what is important for us as a society is figure out a way to coexist and understand. And I guess really maybe that's where Dobbs left us, with some states finding that their value system is consistent with the choice of the woman, and other states saying that the protection of the fetus. We're only going to have, we don't want to debate. It's more just a question. So I apologize. I'm not cutting you off because I don't value your viewpoint. I do, but I just think the point I'm trying to make is this is not something that we can comfortably debate and really make any difference in anyone's point of view. All we can do is take a firm position and then stand on that position. So we have to learn to work in this democratic society together and allow perhaps both viewpoints to have some purchase. So I hope, again, I know I haven't answered anything in that regard. I've dealt with the abortion issue post-Dobbs. In fact, Rosemary and I have a case coming up first week of June. Welcome to come to the Boise courthouse and hear the testimony about Idaho statute and its impact on obstetricians trying to decide how to provide health care that doesn't jeopardize the health of their patients. It's just a challenge. I can't go beyond that, because I have that understanding, and we're heading for trial here in about 3 or 4 weeks. But the important thing is to figure out how we can coexist and deal with this intractable, impossible problem that Professor Tribe talked about 45 years ago when I was in law school. Even in that early days of Roe v. Wade, it was still clear that this is a problem we're not going to ever all agree upon. We just have to figure out how to kind of coexist and work that out as a civil society. So again, we're out of time. That was, I think we got off the First Amendment a little bit, but